Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a reading for you. The full moon is occurring as I'm doing this reading, and I am focused on a couple of things. Astrologically, as many of you are aware, the full moon in Aquarius is an important energy that we're dealing with culturally. The individual versus the community. How much can I be who I fully am, and how can I contribute that into the world, to my family, to my community, to my organization? But what's standing out for me is Mercury's motion, which is currently retrograde, but will be turning direct in a couple of days, probably about the time you see this reading, and is in many ways extending our ability to continue to process and rethink, review, re-strategize, adjust to the way in which we are moving forward to the fullest degree we are possible for. So this is about remembering why we came here, what we came to do, and also recognizing that it has taken you a journey to remember your purpose. Your energy for this particular reading, Capricorn, is the 10 of Discs or the 10 of Pentacles. And this is about your desire and climb towards material abundance, however you define that. Abundance is inclusive of all the good things in life, not only comfort, perhaps abundance or prosperity, but also loved ones around you, doing it for those who matter to you, being an important person in your community, making a contribution, being respected and looked up to. So there's a whole way in which you are straining towards some kind of successful achievement. Underneath the deck, the 7 of Discs is showing me that currently you are reevaluating what you have been able to obtain so far. You are somewhat dissatisfied because you have compared yourself to others. You have compared yourself with the expectations of others, which has been a kind of a trap for you. Rejecting others' ideas about who you are or what you should do has not relieved you of the pressure you felt to live up to those expectations that some part of you has bought into what you could or should be. And at the same time, you're taking a realistic look at that attachment of that dysfunction for you, that contradiction in your current appreciation of your purpose and the way in which you've been approaching something that others would want you to have. So you are balancing out two very different visions of your possible life, and you're actually coming to a place of recognizing that you are more than what others see. Others don't know you in the way that obviously you do, and there's something that is waking up for you. The Herkimer card, Dreams, is the crystal oracle card that I selected for you. I'm constantly manifesting my dreams into reality. This is beautiful because it's you're waking up to a potential aspect of yourself that seemed already to be defined, laid out, drawn out by others. And while rejecting that idea of others, you are an achiever, you are productive. Those are values that are important to you. Doing something that matters is something that is important to you. And measuring yourself against some mythical or projected success has been a really failing proposition. And that's one of the things that has been oppressive to you. So you are waking up to this dream that you now see as within your grasp, precisely because you have become aware of all that you chose to be in this life for others. This is a general reading, so I am inviting you to a meditation around the things that are important to you, ways in which we can elevate things or allow things to emerge from your subconscious, fears, concerns, worries, into consciousness so that you can maneuver them, navigate them with greater ease and confidence, so that you're not driven by or motivated by things you can't control or you can't see. So if it doesn't work for you, I understand. I ask you to find yourself in other placements, and I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. In the present, we have the Hierophant. And this is pulling together to me the thing that you have learned in your journey away from the projections and expectations of others towards some sense of inner potential, inner purpose, inner destiny that you feel has been guiding you, what is giving you the sense of uh, entitlement at this time. So part of that is the evocation of your dreams, your potential self. It's a part of you that was shut down a long time ago in some way. And it is a part of you because that shutdown occurred because you were measuring yourself against others, against what others expected of you. And you were always resonating to the sense of failure and disappointment and heartache. Once you realize, as you have been pursuing this healing experience for a while, that you are on your path, the path that is right for you. There's an acceptance here that you are finding those things that give you joy, give you happiness, that impact others in a way that provides real, tangible service to them. This is your commitment. You understand that it is the learning life, the lifelong learning experience that you are committed to. You understand that every experience you've had, especially the failures, and for many of you, you're counting the failures up inaccurately. Many of those failures were successes because you learned something from them. And so you're now appreciating that this is a journey, this process of trying things, doing something. There's no harm in attempting things. And because they don't work out, it doesn't make them a failure. And so I see this idea of learning and then sharing what you're learning with others as the motivation for your approach towards what you define as success. And this success that you are now working consciously towards is about changing your world from the inside out so that you have the impact through your authenticity on the world. In the past, the Priestess of Columns is equivalent in this deck to the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is about the confidence you have been gaining, the not just passion that you feel, but the motivation that your passion now provides for you. So you are becoming that person that wants something and achieves it. And I think you've always been that to others, but you have felt more often than not the frustration of having to wait or depend on others for the recognition you seek. And some of this is a mixed bag for you, clamoring for the approval of others has gotten mixed up with your clarity about your goals and desires and your determination to achieve those. So I see you sort of clearing your field in the past so that you are less looking for approval and more standing in your heart space, whether others see that, want that, understand that, or not. This is a recently, I call it recent, this can be the past decade or two, depending on your lifeline, life journey. But you have come to realize that you can't stop yourself from wanting and saying what you want. This is a skill you've actually learned. And you've learned this through hard knocks of not asking for what you want, assuming it was going to come to you. In the future, we have the Oracle of Discs, and this is the Page of Pentacles. So what I like about the page is you recognize your status as a beginner, that you understand that you are evaluating your impact on the community. Having an impact is something that you are now aware of. It's always been a factor, but you've never really felt the confidence that you were having the impact you wanted to have. What I think many of you may be finding is that things that you did in the past, whether you saw them as achievements or failures, were perceived by others as achievements. And because you were less aware of your footprint, so to speak, that energy, that reputation was beyond your ability to control it. So it's almost as though you had a reputation without being aware that you did. Although your reputation consistently has been one of integrity. That's absolutely your byword. You don't know how to act differently. Nevertheless, you were not appreciated by those who did not feel that they had your favor. And now you are aware, more keenly aware, particularly as you are more and more accepting of your unique role, your unique path. We all have unique paths. And so you are less concerned about reputation, the impact you had unwittingly on others, and you're pledging to exert greater mastery over yourself rather than the desire to be seen, to be known, to receive approval, to be favored. This has become less valuable to you. You're more concerned with what you can produce, what you can make tangible. I again am going to caution you that if you, or remind you rather, that if you find this reading resonates for you, that you will like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Those things are important because they help more people see my work. And I really value and support all of the support that you give to me by your attention, your time. I value it greatly. I greatly appreciate your comments. Thanks so much to you that share your process, your ideas, your inspirations, your gratitudes with me. It really matters. And so I'm going to clarify the Hierophant in the present with, there's a 10 of Pentacles. Oh dear. Okay. I'm just going to pull a few of these that feel right. And I have the 10 of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the 3 of Wands, centering around the Hierophant. So this is really beautiful. We have a confirmation that material success, accomplish something, producing something that is profitable, that improves upon the well-being of a community, a family, is a goal that you understand is changing the world. It's from the inside out, and you're devoting a lot of energy to setting that up in a way that is sustainable. You're not necessarily concerned with the long-term goal, although this is around legacy. You're more concerned with the opportunities that it presents to you along the way. You're not attached to this particular project or vehicle or business as being the end all. It's more an exercise for you in trying out new fields of activity, new interests, new passions in a way that invites more into or allows you to be invited into more community. I do feel like you're looking for community that is focused on justice and truth at all levels. So this is about your humanitarian urges, about your commitment to improving the world, making it a better place in some way. If it is only your own life, that would be enough. You understand that that's what you're here to do. However, you have an awareness that your experiences on this pathway are what is the story that needs to be told and the story that others need to see to understand that justice comes through our own sense of empowerment when we are willing and able to speak up and demand what we are due. What we are owed, what is fair for us, what we are deserving of. That's what impacts our ability to be of greater service to more people. This is really an exciting time for you. I'm going to clarify the Priestess of Columns or the Queen of Wands in the past. These cards are just busy. The Five of I thought I saw the Five of Pentacles, the Strength card, and one more card, please. I will take the Queen of Wands, first one up. Okay, so I see that the Queen of Wands is a repeat here. So she is really focusing on the way in which you have come to this understanding of your power, your passion, how to best employ and strategize that. As a Capricorn, you are more than acquainted with the strength that you hold, your ability to be strong, to oftentimes recognize that you are stronger than others, not that you are better. In fact, in many ways, this internal strength and fortitude actually has limited your passion because you feel that this ability to persevere and stick to it has actually eclipsed the attention that you want, that you've wanted. But you can't do a job undone. You can't do anything half-assed. It's not in you. And so you have sacrificed the passion, the glory, the attention at times in order to do something well. But ultimately, what you're changing is the definition of who you are. And this is really something that has become, you've looked deeper and deeper into what was once simply a rebellion against what others expected of you, a rebellion against how others saw you in this very limited way that left you with little option. You didn't see any way to employ your full self to the opportunities that others believed were appropriate for you. And that was, you respond to that by rebellion, by rejection. And it's taken you a while to actually understand who you are at a deeper level. You're certainly aware that you can do anything you want to do, but you haven't always felt good about the sacrifices that you've made. And when you haven't been able to engage your passion, when you haven't been able to express yourself more fully, you become quickly disengaged. Which is perhaps one of the reasons that you are building your own vehicle, be that a business, a project, an organization, a department within an organization, something that allows you to control the narrative, to speak what you feel is appropriate to speak to without having to sacrifice your passion, to do the work and to know that you are providing a certain kind of soft leadership to others. In the future, the Oracle of Discs is clarified by 1, 2, and ooh, okay, I think I found it. And I have gotten here. I don't know why the cards are so wild today. They're usually not this wild, but I'm going to take them just as they came. So we have the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Sun card. And I hope you can see all of those. What's important here is this idea of groundedness, of foundation, I believe, that you are recognizing out of your experiences. And for you, a lot of these experiences are not material. A lot of the resources, the foundation you've built is more in the realm of passion, support, connection, sharing of resources, moving towards things that support you, that see you, rather than towards things that are always stressful, always in a kind of confrontation or debate around who you are and what you should be doing. You've learned to find those associations and connections, those resources that lift you up, that see you, that make you feel good. And this again is something that you've had to teach yourself. Your passion has been so dogged towards the expression of self that you have often neglected all the support and love that you do have around you, no matter what your expression is. And you've come to lean on that, to recognize that that is the wealth that you presently hold. This has led you to building something with others that is a cultural and a social foundation, that is about celebrating your shared resources, your shared experience of abundance in the world. And with the sun there, you absolutely understand what matters to you. What facilitates who you are is this ability to support and be supported, to be intimate, to understand where you can be vulnerable and how supported that is. In fact, that your gifts of creativity come from your vulnerability, your openness. Some of you, I suspect, are keenly sensitive, and people might either not be aware of that about you or find it just be surprised. And not always. You've been teased about this, I feel like, in your own family, perhaps. You're tender heart. You're easily touched. You're someone that can cry about at a wedding, for instance. And people find that odd or unusual. But that's simply the way you are. You have so much healing and cleansing and appreciation for the quantity of life that you can take in, and that those tears are tears of joy. You have plenty of tears of joy, but this is something that others find a weakness or foolish in some way. Nevertheless, you have come to understand that you are proud and pleased to know your happiness, to understand what makes you feel at one with everyone. There's a one love energy that is surrounding you right now, that you are almost protected on all sides by this awareness of your spiritual birthright, your destiny, your purpose. This is surrounding your aura right now. I'm going to finish up this reading with a seed and sickle card, and I'm having difficulty. I picked the Rowan. I like that because I haven't gotten this one before. So the number 21 is the World card, and that may be quite significant for some of you. The World card is about closing out something in preparation for something new. So this feels momentous. It also reduces to number 3, which is the Empress. Highly creative. That's what comes to me. The ability to make something out of nothing. Of course, there is no such thing as nothing. We are in a bountiful world, but you have mastered this ability to be productive and to enjoy the process. Rowan trees are seen as symbol of tenacity, capable of growing in the tiniest crevices and cliff sides and rocks. You've been doing a lot of the same recently, growing well in spite of the uncertain ground you stand on, and your determination will pay off once you realize you've got an advantage over those who've had an easier path. It's easy to envy others for thriving, but give yourself credit for having thrived in adversity. This is extremely timely for woe is me Capricorns. Being a Capricorn, I feel that I understand the energy of this card, and I really appreciate this message. If you've enjoyed this content, there's more content here for you to check out. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Until next time, Capricorn, namaste.